Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another action-packed episode of The Score this week. I'm Trip Wells.
And I'm Russell Munn.
That's right, Russell Munn straight out of Lee Davis High School. And Russell, we have to get right into it because we have a big game coming up this week.
We have a tremendous football game from Week 10 where Lee Davis visited Atlee at the Pirate Ship with a game that had big playoff implications.
Yes, sir. It is a must-win game for the Atlee Raiders if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. They come into this one with the area's leading rusher in Morris Jackson and the area's leading receiver, Chad Jacob.
So they have a very explosive offense. And the Confederates are guaranteed a playoff spot with a win. So it's a big game for both teams.
That is right. And you and your Lee Davis Confederates come into this one ranked number 8 in the Central Region. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
And we're going to send it out to Atlee High School on a chilly night. 3 of our TV 99 interns are standing by. Samantha, Kayla, and Jordan. Guys, take it away.
Welcome to Atlee High School. We're here tonight to watch the Atlee Raiders take on the Lee Davis Confederates in the big Week 10 game. The Atlee Raiders have to win tonight in order to make it into the playoffs.
Yep, that's right. If Lee Davis wins tonight, which they will, they'll have the #1 seed in the playoffs. What do you think will happen, Kayla?
Obviously, I know that Lee Davis is going to the playoffs tonight. Our defense has definitely been solid lately, so I think we can hold those Raiders.
I don't think so, but let's take a look at the highlights.
Thank you very much, and here we go with the big Week 10 showdown between the Raiders and the Confederates out at Atlee High School. Both teams looking for a big win in the final week of the regular season, and Lee Davis would strike first in this one. That's number 4, Deshaun Rogers. He takes that one 36 yards, and he's in for a Lee Davis touchdown. That puts the Confederates on the board first as they take a 6-0 lead, but the Raiders would respond immediately. Quarterback Kenner Berry with a beautiful pass, and that is complete to Lamont Dandridge, and he is in. It's a 52-yard touchdown pass and a big play for Atlee early on in this one as they take a 7-6 lead. That gets the Rage Cage fired up. Great turnout for this game out at Atlee High School. And then here comes Lee Davis again. Rogers again with his second touchdown. That's an 11-yard touchdown run, and that puts Lee Davis back in the lead. But again, this one back and forth all throughout the first quarter. Atlee's Morris Jackson is going to take this one 10 yards, and he's in for a Raider touchdown. So again, just a back and forth game early on in this one. More Lee Davis on the way now, and once again, Deshaun Rogers is going to break through here, and nobody's going to catch him. He takes it 49 yards for another Lee Davis touchdown. That's his 3rd touchdown of the first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, tremendous. Atlee would score another touchdown on a fumble recovery, and we'd be tied at 21 at the end of the first quarter. Now we go to the second quarter. More Lee Davis here. Brandon Solzer with the pass complete to Austin Rice. That's a big play for Lee Davis because it would lead to another touchdown from who else? Well, number 4, Deshaun Rogers. He's in for his 4th touchdown of this game. Lee Davis takes a 28-21 lead at this point, and the fans in the Asylum would be fired up. Check it out. Great turnout for Lee Davis as their fans came on the road to support them at Atlee this night. And believe it or not, someone other than Deshaun Rogers would score a touchdown for Lee Davis in this game. That's Chris Simpson, 2 yards into the end zone for a Lee Davis touchdown. That puts the Confederates up 35-21, but the Raiders would strike again before halftime. Kenner Berry completes the pass to Chad Jacob. It's a 14-yard touchdown pass. Lee Davis would lead this one 35-28 at halftime, and we caught up with Samantha, Jordan, and Kayla at the half.
It's halftime right now, and it's been a crazy game. 42 points were scored in the first quarter alone, but Lee Davis leads with a score of 35-28.
That's right. It's been an intense first half, and Lee Davis has played a great game so far, with Deshaun Rogers carrying 4 out of the 5 touchdowns for Lee Davis.
It's anyone's game right now. It's just a matter of whose defense steps up their game in the second half. Let's see what happens.
All right, well, they mentioned that Deshaun Rogers had 4 touchdowns in the first half, and he would pick right up where he left off as he takes that one 13 yards for another Lee Davis touchdown, his 5th touchdown of the game. That would put Lee Davis ahead 42-28, but the Raiders would move back downfield. Kenner Berry completes a nice pass to Chad Jacob. That's a nice gain for Atlee, and that would lead to a Morris Jackson touchdown run right here. He's going to take that one 12 yards, and Jackson is in for his second touchdown of the game. And at the end of the third quarter, Lee Davis would lead this one by a score of 42-35. And then we go to the fourth quarter, and the Lee Davis offense would just be too much for the Raiders here. Chris Simpson is going to take this one in for a Lee Davis touchdown. He scored 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and the Confederates go on to defeat Atlee in this one by a final score of 61-48. Lee Davis finishes the season with a record of 7-3, and the Confederates are the #1 seed as they head into the Division V Central Region playoffs.
This is a monumental win. We've been planning on this since January, since we were here last time for that heartbreaking loss. And this has been our motivation to come back here at the Power Ship and play Atlee and get a W. So this means a lot to us.
I'm impressed with our line. They're a great team, but I think our line and Deshaun did a great job tonight. So everybody on our team played great.
It's nice to be able to go to the playoffs and get this win, because I mean there was a chance that if we didn't win, we wouldn't go, and our kids knew that, and they knew it in their preparation during the week. I think it's just great that our kids are getting the opportunity to go to the playoffs.
And what a big win for Lee Davis. And with that win, we are officially the #1 seed in Division V playoffs.
Yes, sir. Just a phenomenal game right there for both teams. I mean, really, 109 points total scored in that game. It was like a 3-hour-long game, Russell Munn.
I feel like the third quarter was never going to end.
It's an unbelievable game right there.
But shout out to Deshaun Rogers for scoring 5 touchdowns. And, of course, give a shout-out to Chris Simpson, who scored 4 touchdowns.
That's right. A big night for the Lee Davis Confederates right there as you guys officially seal the county championship. You defeated all 3 of your county rivals this season. You officially end Atlee's season with that game. And with that win, the Lee Davis Confederates are headed to the Division V Central Region playoffs as the #1 seed to face who in the first round?
We're facing the Hanover Hawks in a Week 8 rematch.
That's going to be quite a game. You guys defeated the Hawks in Week 8. The question is, can you defeat the Hanover Hawks twice in the same season? That is a very tough task, and we'll find out right here next week. Any predictions?
I think we'll come out with the victory.
All right. Well, there you heard it from Russell Munn. We're going to find out right here next week, so make sure you tune in for football playoffs. It's going to be very, very exciting. Always a big time of year, and that just about wraps it up for this week. Remember, folks, you can watch all of our shows on Facebook. All you have to do is go to facebook.com/score99 and like our page right there on Facebook. It's just that simple.
Or you can follow us on Twitter @TV99.
That's right, so make sure you look for us online, and that wraps up our show for this week. Good luck to you and your Confederates in the playoffs.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to the Hanover Hawks, and we'll see that showdown right here on the show next week. I'm excited about it, and I know you are too.
Yes, I am.
All right, well, take care, everybody. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. I'm Trip Wells.
And I'm Russell Munn.
All right, we're done. Nice job. Nice.
Got it all.